Good evening, I'm Dan Crapple, and this is the Cool News Update 1777. That's 1999. Excuse me. That's 2141. Actually, I don't know what year it is. But be that as it may, now for the world news. The Syrians have disappeared off the face of the earth due to some strange, mysterious force. Afghanistan is at war with itself, but it's trying to save all of its art. Good luck. And the Brazilians have moved to Belgium for the new Belgian wax. And speaking of Belgian wax, now it's time for the entertainment moment with Julie Watt, the Cool News foreign punk music correspondent. Tonight, she's featuring 2 exclusive interviews with a couple of today's celebrity personalities. What's today again?
Hey all you jazzy spanglers out there, Julie Watt here. First, we have an exclusive interview with the Cosmiks, who are currently on tour in Kazakhstan. The interview is conducted by our roving reporter on location in the Kazakhstan Sheraton Hotel, T. Odd Brown.
When did the Cosmiks first form?
First of all,
Hey, whose show is this anyway?
it's both of ours.
Both of us?
Yeah, even though you are technically not exactly.
Yeah, but, I'm supposed to be, nobody knows who I am. Yet.
Well, I'm getting to that. Okay. First of all, Cosmic Dan couldn't be here because of pressing engagements. So sitting in for Dan is Johnny Rhodes from Scarsdale.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm Cosmic Layla. So in answer to your question,
I think my guess would be 1000 BC.
well, you'll have to ask the Dromans.
Dromans? The Dromans? Who's that?
Well, they were just teaching humanity how to build crystal basins for bull sacrifices at the time.
Well, let's just put it this way. At the time of the Cosmics formation, time machines were considered antiques in Scarsdale.
Do you have any plans for playing live in the future?
Well, that is highly classified government information. Since you asked, though, we'll just divulge a cross-section of the documents. We're mainly a studio band, but sometimes during a total lunar eclipse, we'll hire a drummer for a gig and throw jelly beans at the audience.
What was the inspiration for your new album, Birds on a Line?
Alright, well, I'm a tremendous slouch. You might have noticed I'm a tremendous slouch, okay? So don't mind if I slouch it, right? Well, simple really. While walking by one day, there was some birds sitting on a line. And the rest was mostly there already.
Where is your flute player, Cosmic Seal?
Actually, 4.
Get out of here and stop this stupid shit, okay?
I'm going to get you.
I heard that she ran off with Susie Bananas and formed a new punk band called the Snotzillas.
No. Cosmic Seal went home one day and tragically accepted a teaching post in New Zealand and was never heard from again. However, she did leave a note.
What did the note say?
All the answers to your future questions will be left under the doormat in front of the Library of Congress in the year 2060.
We carried pizza and the people carrying people pooper scoobers will be available in the lobby.
What's your favorite color?
Rollock.
Somewhere between unaltered and infraviolets.
Why do you sound so different from one song to the next?
We're always experimenting with fun new ways to enhance our musical diversity. This approach allows absolute freedom of creativity and does not depend on any opinion of the general public. If you like what you hear, that's good. And if you don't, there are plenty of other bands to choose from. So smeg off.
Are there any plans to release your albums on the market?
Alright, you know you're getting tricky. That depends on your point of view. But on a more interesting note, even though the Cosmiks albums are not officially on the market yet, people are managing to get a hold of them anyhow. And you know who you are.
The market is a funny place in our time. You could, as a musical artist, invest in a project, including promotion and distribution and promotion. You might make a few thousand in profits before you see them go down, thanks to this wondrous invention called the internet. People will always get what they want for free, even if they have to pay for it.
What do you think about the music of today?
I don't think that word generally. It seems that people don't generally make their own decisions, choices about anything these days, So it's no surprise the music of today is like, stagnating from its own conformity maybe,
The magic glowing box tells people what they should think, buy, and listen to. The music of today is an industry, nothing more. Art, imagination, or anything creative cannot occur under such conditions. So it's no surprise you hear a continual cycle of sameness, leading to ultimate stagnation.
When it comes to your political views, where do you stand?
Way to plug that song. No, but seriously, everything is in flux, especially politics.
Dan wrote that song. Where do you stand?
And last but not least, what is the meaning of the universe?
You've been chinook, duck, and pickpocketed, so you end up with empty pockets in space.
All secrets of the universe will be handed out, typed in shorthand, every second Thursday from the third quarter and a half down the hallway to the right on your left. Watch your step. Cool news. 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 And now, here's the Pope Francis the Frog conductor elucidating a mega exclusive interview via satellite with the uber famous Reverend Todd B. from South Carolina in the States. Straight from the back seat of his Pope Francis Frogmobile, which is parked at the mall in the middle of a heavy traffic jam in Tokyo. Take it away, Pope Francis!
I'm the first Pope pop star. Okay, alright. What is this, MTV? What? Alright. I'm supposed to read this stuff. Alright. Here's questions for the Reverend from South Carolina, Reverend Todd B, okay? Alright. So why did you move to South Carolina?
Well, I moved to South Carolina because I met a woman and we lived in Wilmington for a few years. She helped me raise my kids. She became their mother, and after about 5 years of living in Wilmington, we decided it was either we were going to leave or this was going to be the end of our family. And I really wanted to save some semblance of normal for my poor family who had been through enough. So we moved here because she graduated college and put in thousands of applications everywhere for an IT professional. And the only person to answer at the time was Eckerd Drug Company, and they needed somebody in the Charleston area. So she filled that position. They're now called Rite Aid, and she's still there 15, 14 years later. And that's why we're here. So it's been much better. And my dogs are going to run off and bark at somebody.
All right, and how many bands have you been in, anyway?
I think that I have probably been in 7 or 8 bands. I've been full members and leaders of a few bands. I've been just guitar player, just a singer in a couple of other bands. I've played bass and done sessions with hundreds of bands. I've recorded a lot of music over the years, but I'd probably say 7 or 8 bands.
There is some myth about you as of late. Where have you been hiding, huh? Where have you been hiding, huh? Where have you been hiding?
There really isn't a myth about where I'm hiding. If I'm not at work, or out looking for work, or dealing with equipment, or buying, selling, or renting equipment, I'm at home, and that's where you'll find me. I've always been sort of a homebody, and I really like being here. It keeps me calm. So that's why you don't see me out and about. I don't do the bar scene. I don't do any of that.
Are you really a Disney animatronic like me, huh?
It's true. I really, really am a Disney animatronic.
When is now? I mean, like for real, man. Like now.
Well, the concept of now, I believe, has been disproved and debunked many, many millions of times over, because we understand that when you think about the concept of now, it is already then, and then is the past. So you really can't have a now. A now is already then, so soon it becomes then. Now and then. So when people say to you, I do this now and then, they're really just full of shit.
Is it true that you are really on the Black and Decker weight loss program? Is that true?
It's true. I'm on the Black and Decker weight loss program. I had a misfortunate accident on a table saw at a job I was doing here in Charleston, and I lost the index finger of my left hand and cut through a bunch of others, and barely saved my little nub, and built a thumb out of the finger that was cut because it was completely mangled. It's been so long ago, I don't even think about it. I think it's made me a better guitar player. Actually, it's kind of a blessing in disguise, as horrible as it might seem, but it's true. The Black and Decker weight loss program worked for me.
How does your garden grow, huh? Do you put like manure on it or something? What do you got? Do you wait till it rains?
Oh, well, my garden doesn't grow very well. I have really good friends here in Charleston that are actual farmers. They've tried to teach me how to do things. I tried to put a garden in my backyard a few years ago. Everything died. It was picked to death by birds and raccoons and whatever, and it was a horrible, horrible mess to try to have one in a forest community by the marsh and not have like a freaking cage around it. So my garden doesn't grow very well at all.
You believe in extraterrestrials? Extraterrestrials. Do you believe in Can't you understand English?
It is true that I have some belief and experience with the concept of an extraterrestrial. I know that I've met a few. I know there's a lot of other people that are of sane, sound mind and body, and they say the same. I've met a few hybrid different races. They're very smart and very intelligent, and they look just like you and me because we look a lot like them.
Is it true that you were an experimental army program? No. Is it true that you were in an wait. Is it true that you were in an wait a minute. Alright, hit stop. My brain went kablooey. Hang on. Is it true that you were in an Is it true that you were in an experimental army program since age 7 called Project Talent?
It stems from probably being in proximity since the age 7, where I was in an experimental youth United States Army, sort of like an MK Ultra program in Akron, Ohio, probably starting at about 1976 or 77 for me. So I was 6 or 7 years old. I was constantly tested aside and away of the other kids, and our church camps gave us the time, the ability, and instruction by military people who also worked at my school in the basement and in the top floor to use methods of combat and self-defense, boys against boys, girls against girls, and there was no pussyfooting. And we learned to hurt each other both mentally and physically. We were trained to be pushers. I was trained to gather information without being noticed. So there's a lot of things that we were trained to do, and it went on to prove pretty sort of standard that I would join the military, somehow be an infantryman by a glitch. They lose my records all the time. They don't want to speak to me. They cut things out of my body and they tell me to go away, and they don't want to talk about what they find. And I'm honestly in kind of a mess with the VA here. They don't want to help me. They don't want to ask me questions. They don't want to do anything. So I have reason to believe that after some conversations with older family members that my suspicions are correct. There was all kinds of mental abuse, physical abuse, trauma as a child. I'm a trauma baby, and that's how they split you, and that's how they make you into this weird thing that can be activated. And I know that I've been an operator before. I've had a lot of recurring memories and actually nightmares about some of the horrendous things that we did, not to mention some of the horrible shit that we did while I was actually in the military and was not able to tell my family and my friends where we were and what we were doing for any reason whatsoever. So there you have it, man. You can believe that or not, but there it is.
When it comes to the meaning of life, when is it a good time to act? And this is coming from the Pope. You got to tell the truth.
Well, I would say, most people would say act now, but I think we sort of covered that in question number 5. So let's discuss when is a good time to act. And I say it's a good time to act when you notice and react to the necessary coefficient effort that it takes to push back or defend oneself. I never go looking for trouble. The meaning of life to me is peace and happiness, kindness. Let's share our knowledge and our experiences and our spiritualities with other people and stop fucking killing them. It seems to be bad. The time to act is as soon as you realize there's a problem, you need to do something. And I learned while I was in the military for such a couple of years that you're either the quick or the dead. So I guess the time is now, but that's already passed. So again, the moment you realize that you need to do something, that is a good time to act. And that might be now, but then it's too late.
All right, thank you, Reverend Todd B. And God bless you, and Todd bless you, and everybody bless you. And all right, and the Pope blesses you. Pope Francis blesses you, and don't worry, you're good with all the frogs in the world.